Welcome to Ensworth Live. I'm Max Keller, and I'm a little out of breath just throughout the first pitch out there, and it's been one heck of a year. It's the seniors' last home game here, and I just can't say enough about this group of guys. They're so talented, and it's just a great team that is going to have an opportunity today to play some good baseball on what I said was a beautiful day. The guy on the mound is freshman Connor Cobb, who starts the day with a strikeout. Not too shabby for the freshman who has been not playing like a freshman. I mean, he has been amazing all year long, and you just can't say enough about this kid at shortstop, but then comes onto the mound midway through the season, and he's already earned himself a rotational spot. So first pitch of this at-bat is fouled back. Andrew Gogan, second batter for the Father Ryan Irish, who took the first two games of this series. First one was on Tuesday. You had rain delays, cancellations on Wednesday and Thursday. Last night, Father Ryan took it at Father Ryan. But they have an opportunity here at home for Ensworth to win in their last home game. This is going to go to right field, where senior Drew Lancaster will call everybody off, dive, and make a spectacular grab. Drew Lancaster, absolutely certified stud in right field. Worked all of these years for that moment right there, and couldn't be happier for the kid. This will bring up Matthew Derrick, who slaughtered the Tigers on last Tuesday, and he's looking to do so again, but Connor Cobb working through this inning quickly and making light work of it. Strike one. So we got an 0-1 count, 2 out, nobody on base for the top of the order for the Irish. Another strike, Andrew Yu, the senior catcher, doing such a good job this year, just keeping everything in front of him all year long, and that one was easy for him as it was already in the strike zone. Didn't even have to frame it. Connor Cobb in a groove here early on. 0-2 count, 2 out. The payoff pitch hits Derrick in the back. That curveball got away from him, so Father Ryan will get their first base runner here. And no reason to panic if you're Connor Cobb, as you've made slight work of this order so far. But now up to bat will be the Sam McNeil. I believe he should be playing right field, but I do only have a scorecard from Tuesday. And this pitch is outside for a ball. And this pitch is in the dirt, and this will advance the runner. Pinch runner for the catcher, Derrick, is going to be number 15, Ethan Dougherty, who is now in scoring position. So Connor Cobb went from 2 outs and nobody on to 2 outs and a runner on second after the hit by pitch and the stolen base. But he can work out of it. He can work his way out of this with the arm talent he has up there on the mound. This one in the dirt, but Andrew Yu slides there quickly enough to block that ball. For the rest of your lineup, you got senior Carson Cobb at third base, Connor Cobb on the mound, freshman. You got Reed Bushman at shortstop, Mason Jablonski at second base, and Reed Bushman is a senior. Dax Bramer, the senior first baseman. Devin Obie, the senior center fielder. And you have Drew Lancaster, the right fielder senior, and Kenny McKinley in left for the Tigers. And after a walk here from Connor Cobb, you will have runners on first and second for Father Ryan. And this will bring up number 3, James Hinson, who was part of the huge inning the Irish had on Tuesday afternoon. And Connor Cobb hitting that outside zone, but too far outside as he's thrown a couple of balls back to back there. And this pitch is swung on and missed, which had some serious heat on it. Connor Cobb just still impresses me with his arm, even though you know it's coming. You wonder what that final velocity will be around senior year. Connor delivers another swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout. So the Irish strand 2 runners in the top of the first inning. We got a 0-0 ball game when we come back from break. Welcome back to Ensworth Live. I'm Max Keller, and we are set for the bottom of the first inning where we are in a 0-0 ball game. Devin Obie, the leadoff man for the Tigers, takes ball 1 in the dirt. And so the senior standout committed to Duke in a little bit of a slump lately, but has the potential to swing hard at any pitch. And this one is popped up into shallow left and will be out. Number 1 for the Tigers.
Up to bat, number 8, Andrew Yu.
And so that will bring up his future Duke teammate, Andrew Yu, the catcher. With 1 out, nobody on. This pitch way outside and in the dirt for ball 1. We got the pitcher for Father Ryan today is Derek, who actually I said had a pinch runner for him at catcher. He played catcher the first 2 games of the series, and he will be on the mound for the Irish today. So doing it all for the Irish. Trying to face Andrew Yu, a really good hitter here at the plate, an over 300 hitter on the season. And he's got a 1-1 count. And Yu sends this one awkwardly on the ground to third, but a good play from the fielder will retire Andrew Yu and bring up Kenny McKinley.
Up to bat, number 5, Kenny McKinley.
And so now the junior left fielder, Kenny McKinley, whose highlight of his season came against Montgomery Bell Academy in the last game of the series, walked it off with a 2 RBI single to left field, and he has a home run on the season, so people are starting to notice number 5 for your Tigers, and for good reason. He does a lot of things very well, including the field and including the plate. We'll see what he can do at this at bat against Derek, who already has 2 outs. Throws the ball low in the dirt for 1-0. Looks like to replace Derek behind the plate will be Drew Emerson. And the Tiger dugout making lots of noise as Derek's windup took a decent amount of time there, which is too much time for the Tigers to create havoc with their loud noises. You may be able to pick them up over the microphone we have here set up for the sound of the fans and the gameplay. Derek winds the pitch. McKinley takes. Apparently hit the top right corner. Thought that one was a little high, but 2-1 count nonetheless for McKinley. And like I said, couldn't be a prettier day for baseball. Not a single cloud in the sky after 2 games this series were canceled, which can mess with the rhythm, but Father Ryan was able to take 2 days off and come back with a huge win yesterday, and that one also hits the outside corner. McKinley doesn't like either of those, but Derek brings the count back to even, 2-2 for McKinley with 2 outs and nobody on. Ensworth trying to get base runners this game at a more consistent rate. They have tended to be more sporadic when it comes to putting people on the bases and then getting situational hits, which can lead to the record the Tigers hold. And McKinley swings and fouls this one back. A record that, I might add, does not reflect the talent of the team.
Go, Derek. Get in.
And so we await the payoff pitch from Derek. Takes his time. And this pitch way outside for ball 4. McKinley will walk.
Up to bat, number 10, Dax Bramer.
And so now with a 2-out base runner, McKinley stands on first, brings up Dax Bramer, the best average hitter on this team. Committed to Wash U next year for baseball, and he plays first base this year, but he can play it all, but he's really seeing the ball well at the plate. Spends so much time crafting that swing, working on the pitches in the cages, and let's just say that the extra time definitely paid off for Bramer. This pitch inside, and McKinley will not go. Emerson able to keep that one in front of him behind the plate. And this pitch is in there for a strike, but McKinley will be safe at second. So now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Talk about situational hitting. Huge opportunity for Dax Bramer to drive in an RBI on his senior day. And a little bit of the intimidation factor as Bramer always waits to set up for his swing until the pitcher sets up. He says, you got to go first. And this pitch hits Dax in the back, and Bramer will walk to first and shake that one off.
Up to bat, number 11, Mason Jablonski.
And so that will bring up the junior, Mason Jablonski, kind of a utility guy, plays third, plays second today and can play outfield, but he's at the plate, and he had a huge triple in the first game against NBA, and we know he has the power, and the outfield is way backed up for Jablonski here, so anything shallow should be able to score McKinley, but Derek had to step off the mound to check on McKinley at first, and this pitch again inside is Derek, after hitting Bramer, is constantly missing that pitch on the far inside portion of the batter's box. And this pitch is fouled up way back, and this will be all over all of our heads, as you heard the cheers of Mason Jaboman Jablonski, as this team calls themselves the Island Boys. Jablonski was in the rotation as the ace for the Tigers and then had some shoulder stuff and was able to pitch in relief against NBA and had a few shutdown innings, but hasn't been able to start since. In this throw, lucky for Father Ryan, as Derek almost launched that over the right shoulder of number 9 at second base. That's Gogan. Yeah, nearly all the way out. And so now Mason Jablonski at the box, looking to get a hit here. Would be huge for the Tigers' momentum early on here in this game. This ball is going to get by, and McKinley's going to stand up at third, and Bramer's going to stand up at second. So one hit into the shallow outfield could score 2 runs for the Tigers. It's, like I said, the Father Ryan outfielders are far back there. And there's a lot of room in between first base and the second baseman. See if some situational hitting can occur here for Mason Jablonski, who takes this pitch inside, and that nearly hit him in the shin, as Derek is really struggling to get the pitch over the plate right now.
Here go one. Come on, Mace. Come on, Derek, let's go. Go,
Runners in scoring position, 2 out for the Tigers. Mason Jablonski takes this one in the dirt, and McKinley is going to run home, as it took too much time for Emerson behind the plate to get to the ball, and the Tigers will score 1 run and have runners on first and third.
Up to bat, number 20, Carson Cobb.
And so the Tigers take a 1-0 lead here early on in this ball game and have runners on first and third with 2 out, and Emerson will step out from behind the plate to give the signal to the Irish fielders. So Jablonski and Bramer will get their leads on first and third. Carson Cobb, the senior third baseman, with a huge opportunity. No batting gloves, as he's stuck with all season. And this pitch again inside. Derek needs to calm down on the mound and find that control that he had for the first 2 outs of the inning. And this pitch, Carson Cobb was late on that hack, sent it on the right side of the netting behind the plate. And the Jaboman cheers continue for the Tigers bench. Derek pitching from the stretch, throws this one and hits Carson Cobb, and that will load the bases for Connor Cobb, the pitcher, freshman.
Up to bat, number 17, Connor Cobb.
Help with the ending part. It's just like you gotta press like edit and then ending +1, and then you can type in whichever ending you want to do. Yeah, I'll show you. No problem.
Step late, 1-7. Oh, you got it right here, Chance. Go, Derek. Go.
And so Connor Cobb up to bat with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Ensworth with a 1-0 lead. Connor Cobb was ready to swing at that first pitch and send it all the way up. Foul behind the plate, late on that swing, or actually just underneath it to be correct. And bases loaded, like I said. Father Ryan took the first 2 games of this series. Ensworth trying to storm back here in their last home game on this field for the seniors. The pitch comes, hits the outside corner. 0-2 count for Connor Cobb, who now has to protect the plate and be a hitter in that box with a pitcher's count for Derek, who can weave his way out of this inning without allowing too much damage. This pitch in the dirt, and lucky for Father Ryan, Emerson keeps that one from going behind the plate, which scored the first run of this game, which was Kenny McKinley crossing the plate. And Connor Cobb will settle in. And the pitch is on, and Connor Cobb pops this one up and will be out of play, heads up to the crowd. As I've talked about it on air all season long, this place is a minefield during these baseball games. Got to keep your heads on a swivel at all times. 1-2 count. Connor Cobb staying alive at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, bases loaded.
Come on, Derek, let's go.
The pitch is on, and this pitch is high for ball 2 as that one barely missed above the zone. 2-2 count, even count. And the pitch is on. Pitch is way inside. Connor Cobb has to dart out of the box. He's worked it back to full count, and Ensworth, the bench is going to make some noise here, as this is a huge pitch for Derek. Anything outside the zone will score another run for the Tigers. The pitch is on, and Connor Cobb swings and misses. What a huge strikeout pitch from Matthew Derrick, who only allows 1 run in the bottom of the first. Well, the Tigers are leading 1-0 when we return from break. Welcome back to Ensworth Live. I'm Max Keller, and we are set for action here in the top of the second inning, where your Tigers lead 1-0, and Connor Cobb is working on his second inning in this starting outing he's earned today, and this pitch outside for ball 1. This is Rolling at the plate, the designated hitter for Father Ryan. So let's see what Jack Rolling can do with bases empty and nobody out. Andrew Yu, so great behind the plate, especially with the communication, making sure he's always in sync with whoever's on the mound all season long for the Tigers. And this pitch way behind for ball one. For ball three, excuse me. This pitch on, and a great pitch from Connor Cobb to respond. 3-1 count. So 3-1, hitters count, and a pitch right down the middle that the designated hitter Rolling couldn't even see in. So now a full count. Connor Cobb has the opportunity to work all the way back. And this pitch will strike him out, and Rolling was ready to go to first, but that pitch was right down Broadway from Connor Cobb, who retires the first out of this inning. Another strikeout for Connor Cobb. I believe that is his third of the game. And Connor Cobb pulls this one outside for ball one. And this one outside. And that pitch hits the outside of the zone for strike one. So Connor Cobb hasn't necessarily thrown a ton of first pitch strikes today. However, he has been able to retire the Father Ryan batters. (3-1) count. Nobody on, one out here in the top of the second. Ensworth with an early lead, 1-0. Trying to hold on to that. And that will be a walk on 5 pitches for Connor Cobb. And now with runner on first base and one out, the double play ball is on if Connor Cobb can get the catcher Emerson to put something on the ground here. One out, one base runner. Both teams trying to find a stride before they have to fight for the spots into the TSSAA baseball playoffs. And each coaching staff urging and hoping that they get ready for the bigger moments. So a 1-1 count. Connor Cobb delivers, and again, he likes that outside zone, and the umpire does too. 1-2 count, and Connor Cobb trying to find that groove he was in his first start a while back. He was very impressive. And this off-speed looked like a slider or a curve. Breaks too far outside, 2-2 count. Andrew Yu blocks that one and will stop any base runners from advancing. And this pitch swung on and missed, and Connor Cobb will pick up another K. Beautiful work on the mound for the freshman. And so now the last batter of the lineup for Father Ryan is O'Connell, the left fielder. And then we will be back to the top of the order. However, Connor Cobb trying to get through the side before he has to see the leadoff hitter. 1-0 count, 2 out, 1-0. Ensworth leads. Back-to-back pitches low and away for Connor Cobb, who's pulled those. Has to get back to that sweet spot he had just on that outside corner. And another pitch that's working his way slowly back to that strike zone, but it will miss for 3-0. And so with a runner on base and 2 outs, but nobody in scoring position, you'd like to see an aggressive pitch here from Connor Cobb, right down the middle if he can. See if Father Ryan opts to swing here. Yeah, this pitch is going to be right down the middle and no swing. So Connor Cobb can work back here. 3-1 count, still a hitter's count, but Father Ryan hasn't been seeing the pitches well out of Cobb's hand. And this pitch just outside from that zone. He really liked that spot. Umpire won't give it to him. Now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and this is where Ensworth did their damage last inning, scoring a run with runners on base with 2 outs. So now 1 and 2 bases will be occupied by the Fighting Irish. And back to the top of the lineup for Father Ryan, Porter. And this slider goes away for a 1-0 count. Not a lot of first pitch strikes from Connor Cobb on the mound today. Cobb throws, and again outside. Andrew, you're gonna give him a quick confirming signal that he gotta keep throwing your stuff up there. Trying to work back towards the other side of the plate if you're Cobb. And this pitch beautifully finds the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. And Ensworth not checking on any batters with 2 outs. No need to. They made a couple of errors in the game on Tuesday against Father Ryan that really helped get that game out of hand. And woo, beautiful pitch from Connor Cobb that was swung on heavy and missed by Porter. Didn't see that one at all. So now Connor Cobb looking for another strikeout victim. 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner in scoring position, top of the second. Can Connor Cobb walk back to his dugout unscathed? Delivers. This pitch goes into the air to Devin Obie, and that'll be a routine fly ball. And your Tigers will be back up to bat when we come back from the break. 1-0, Ensworth leads. Welcome back to Ensworth Live, where the future MLB MVP is up to bat. Drew Lancaster, the right fielder, stepping into the box, and a good buddy of mine who is taking his swings here on senior day. Very sentimental, as I still remember all the practices from our freshman year. And he stuck around and took the right field spot from me, but I'm not too mad at him. As he puts this one into right, ooh! Unfortunately, a beautiful play from the second baseman will rob Lancaster of a hit.
Up to bat, number 3, Reed Bushman.
So Matthew Derrick allowed 1 run last inning on a wild pitch. This will find the catcher's mitt for ball 1. Emerson struggled behind the plate for Father Ryan to keep a lot of stuff in front of him, and that's a signal that Ensworth can do some damage if they get runners on base. Almost identical outs for Lancaster and Bushman, which will bring up Obi.
Up to bat, number 2, Devin Obi.
And so Devin Obi popped up in his first at-bat, looking to get on base with 2 outs. Ensworth scored their run with 2 outs last inning after Obi and Yu were retired. Derrick ready to throw the first pitch of this at-bat, and that'll hit the outside corner for strike 1. Obi wasn't looking for that pitch and took it for an 0-1 count. Crowding the plate, probably looking for something that comes back inside. And we await the 0-1 pitch. And Obi swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, breaking ball that he did not see the entire way in. So now Obi has to protect the plate. 0-2 count, 2 out. Could be a really, really quick inning for Matthew Derrick on the mound for Father Ryan. Obi has to be smart there at the plate. And time is called. Andrew Yu on deck for the Tigers. If Obi can get on base, this is a sweet part of the lineup for the Tigers. Here's the pitch, 0-2. And Devin Obi cracks this one all the way to the softball field, but way foul. Early out on that one, but he definitely saw that pitch coming in. So Derrick trying to put away Obi. Taking his time on the mound. Throws this breaking ball that Devin Obi sends unbelievably high into the air. And that was looking like trouble, but a good put away for Father Ryan to end the second inning, where nothing changes and your Tigers still lead 1-0. We'll be back for the top of the third. Welcome back to Ensworth Live. I'm Max Keller. We are set for baseball here in the top of the third inning, where the Tigers took a 1-0 lead in the first and had a mutual 0-0 inning, and now the two-hitter Gogan for Father Ryan will be back up to bat, and Mason Jablonski will take the mound. Connor Cobb's start was short but sweet. No earned runs, and I believe 4 strikeouts for Connor Cobb in 2 innings of pitching, and Jablonski maybe just wasn't ready yet with the shoulder to go a complete game, but probably a planned pitching lineup today from Maxwell to get Jablonski into the game in the third inning. And I assume the expectation is if he can pitch well, he will go all the way. Jablonski delivers. This one smacked into left, and unfortunately for the Tigers will land just fair, and this will be a stand-up double for Gogan, and Kenny McKinley will call time, as I believe this ball got underneath the fence and left. And they're gonna need a new ball. And so now the pitcher, Matthew Derrick, can help his squad out here during his start. Runner in scoring position with nobody out. Mason Jablonski has some work to do here now in the top of the third inning. Coming into the game, he was so good against NBA on 2 Thursdays ago in the comeback thrilling victory for the Tigers. Infield playing slightly in here, Dax Bramer on the grass. Father Ryan did try to bunt a lot on Tuesday. They haven't done as much so here. And this pitch, high and outside for ball 1. And no hesitation to just show the bunt. Derrick sets up bunt way before Jablonski ever throws that pitch, but Jablonski can't find the zone, throws that one in the dirt for 2-0. And Carson Cobb will not come in, just Dax Bramer over at first. And this pitch is on the ground, and Jablonski will get the force out at 1. So now a runner on third with 1 out for Mason Jablonski, who will have to pitch with precision here to keep anything from going deep into the outfield. Anything that gets out there will probably score a run on a sacrifice fly. But the infield is playing all the way in. They're not going to let anything happen here. They're not going to let a sacrifice bunt score a run, as McNeil up to bat, the cleanup hitter. And infield all the way in. Anything on the ground hard could score a run here for Father Ryan. This pitch away, but Andrew Yu does a masterful job to keep this one from getting behind him. Has to be careful now with the runner on third looming. Jablonski's pitch finds the zone, as all season long I've had a little trouble trying to see which pitches are in the zone, as so many batters in this division have just crowded the plate severely, as McNeil is basically shoulders over the strike zone. 1-1 count, 1 out. Jablonski, this ball is in the dirt, nearly hits McNeil on the foot. 2-1. Mason Jablonski trying to get into a position where he can keep the 1-0 lead where it's at. Andrew Yu lets this one behind him. It's going to be close at the plate, but this one just finds the gap between Andrew Yu's legs and behind the plate and gets through all the way. And we have a 1-1 ball game here in the top of the third, and Ensworth and Father Ryan scoring on the exact same play. A wild pitch with a runner on third. Well, Jablonski can now take a deep breath. Nobody on base. Has to still attack McNeil here. 3-1. Has to be able to find the zone. Doesn't want to get another base runner on. And this pitch hits the favored portion of the strike zone by this umpire. Really likes that outside line and probably extends it just a little bit. Full count. And this pitch, unfortunately, in the dirt for a walk. 1 out walk, runner on first, double play ball on. If Jablonski can force a ground ball from Hinson. And Hinson tries to lay down a bunt. Oh, 1 out. And this pitch fouled way back onto the football field. So now a favorable pitcher's count for Mason Jablonski, who can pick up another out here with a good pitch. Signal comes from Andrew Yu. Jablonski gets into the stretch, delivers the payoff pitch, and this pitch outside. Good take there from Hinson. One, two, 1 out. Mason Jablonski will try to get this one down, but that breaking ball just hung up and was too high above the zone for ball 2. So Hinson works this one back to even. 1 runner on base. And this pitch is popped up into shallow left, and Connor Cobb will come field this ball at shortstop as Connor Cobb comes out on the from the mound to short. Reed Bushman will go from short to second, and Jablonski will come from second onto the mound. 2 out, 1 on, and rolling the designated hitter for Father Ryan up to bat in a 1-1 ball game, top of the 3rd. And this pitch in the dirt will advance the runner into scoring position, which is an opportunity for Father Ryan, and they took advantage of that opportunity on Tuesday, excuse me. They had a cycle of doubles, and Ensworth's pitching staff trying to avoid that one today. We got a righty-lefty matchup as Rolling will swing and miss at that one. A little bit of an awkward swing. I think he was jammed up. That pitch was a little more inside than he expected. 1-1, 2 out. Anything on the ground in the outfield could score a runner. And Andrew Yu held that pitch right there as he and Jablonski both wanted that strike call, and so now falls behind and advantage Rolling. Jablonski looks at the runner, and oh my gosh, that was a dangerous situation as the umpire called time. Jablonski didn't see it, and the batter stepped out, and Jablonski pulled the ball, and nobody got hit, luckily. And we will all return to play with a sigh of relief. Oh, this one nearly comes in to hit. Hit Rolling, and a little bit of a control lapse from Jablonski here, who He's going to have to come back to that strike zone here, or else he could put another runner on base. This one's going to be on the ground. Dax Bramer awkwardly gets there and quickly gets the out. He's going to be out. Dax Bramer pulled an acrobatic play, bounced off his leg, went and grabbed it, and tippy-toed about as quickly as you can tippy-toe onto first to retire the side. And we'll be back for the bottom of the third, a 1-1 ball game as Father Ryan responds. We are back on Ensworth Live. I'm Max Keller. So, took a little bit of a break there. We are back. Parker Wainwright pinch running for Andrew Yu. Stole third base on the wild pitch after Yu sent one down the line in right field, and all of a sudden, with nobody out, the Tigers have a huge opportunity to take the lead right back from Father Ryan. The pitch is coming and in the dirt, and wow, Emerson with a huge stop. Excuse me, that's gonna be Derek. I forgot there was a pitching change. That was Derek with the stop behind the plate, who returns from the mound back to his spot. Lawson Ryan will be on the mound for Father Ryan. And this pitch hits the outside of the zone, 2-2, nobody out. Kenny McKinley has to put the ball onto the bat here. If he can send anything in the outfield, that should score a run, with Parker Wainwright only standing 90 feet away. And McKinley strikes out swinging at a pitch way above the zone.
to bat, number 10, Dax Braver.
So 1 out, McKinley strikes out, which is the last thing you want to do with a runner on third base, is pretty much a sacrifice fly, a ground ball to the right side of the field, or a single or better will score Wainwright standing on third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bramer check swings and goes. So 0-2, and Bramer's gonna have to protect the plate here and see if he can get the bat on anything, as looks like Lawson Ryan is coming in after allowing that double and stolen base and trying to work his way all the way back. This pitch in the dirt, and again, Derek, just like the last play, able to stop that ball from leaking behind the plate. And that pitch will strike out. Bramer looking. So now 2 outs and no sacrifice fly. It'll be a huge spot for Mason Jablonski.
Up to bat, number 11, Mason Jaboman Jablonski.
Mason Jablonski will take strike 1 right down the middle. Good breaking ball there from Ryan, who's just settling in for Father Ryan. 0-1 count, 2 out. 1-1 ball game. And this pitch hits Mason Jablonski in an awkward spot, and trying to take the pain away from that. Got hit in the elbow, and he is really in some pain, and looked like that might have been the same shoulder that we were working on earlier. We're going to step aside for a quick break. So Mason Jablonski will make his way to the dugout after being hit by a pitch in the ribs. Cannot feel good at all. We are just hoping for the best with that situation. Pinch runner will come on for Jablonski. It'll be Spencer Yu over at first. And this will bring up Carson Cobb.
Come on, Cobb, let's go, baby.
So Cobb with runners on first and third, 2 out, 1-1 ball game, and a huge spot as Carson sends this one to right field. And this one will drop, as not a good fielding play, as this ball will get through the infield and score a run. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Tigers, and bringing up Connor Cobb.
Come on, keep it up. Let's go, Cobb. Bring him home.
Up to bat, number 17, Connor Cobb.
Let's go, Connor.
Well, a crucial error from Father Ryan will give the Tigers a 2-1 lead. A little bit of an awkward fly ball there caused a lot of hip rotation and indecisive play in right from Father Ryan, and that ball drops and scores a runner and advances Cobb to second, Yu to third, and we'll have Connor Cobb following up his brother Carson at the plate. 0-1, 2 out. The pitch is in, and Connor Cobb swings at a pitch high and outside the zone, has to protect the plate as he falls behind 0-2. Lawson, I'm sure Lawson Ryan wanted that out as he looked like he was going to be able to work his way out of the inning after having a runner immediately on third base with nobody out to start the inning. And that pitch high and inside for ball one. Good take from Connor Cobb. Anything on the ground that gets to the outfield for a single should score 2 runs and give Ensworth a little bit of cushioning as they're going to try to figure out who's going to go on the mound if Jablonski can't return. And this ball is going to be popped up in the air, and another possible awkward situation as Connor Cobb awkwardly rolls over first base. A lot going on that inning. The Tigers get 1 run as we head for the top of the 4th inning when we get back from break. Well, welcome back to Ensworth Live as Dax Bramer retires the first out here in the top of the 4th. We have a 2-1 ball game as Ensworth scored a run on an error on the fly ball to right field. Spencer Yu comes in to pitch after Mason Jablonski heads to the trainer's room to get that rib checked on. And Spencer Yu throws a beautiful strike right down the middle. So Spencer Yu trying to make this inning quick if he can. Throwing that first pitch strike as this one bounces in the dirt. As you love to see this. Spencer Yu throwing the ball to Andrew Yu behind the plate. It's like brother catch back in the yard. I'm sure this is pretty good for them to have this on Andrew's senior day and Spencer to continue the legacy as a freshman. Spencer had a huge hit against NBA to initiate that comeback that I so often go back to talk about because it was just such a great moment. 2-1 count. Yu delivers, and this pitch in for ball 4. So now, runner on first, 1 out. Double play is on, and this will bring up the last hitter in Father Ryan's lineup, O'Connell. And O'Connell will step in the box, and Yu will get ready to deliver. See if he throws anything breaking ball or off speed to try to get one grounded hard to the middle infield. This pitch is jumped on and sent to center field, but Devin Obi saw the ball all the way into his glove. Routine fly ball for Obi, and now 2 outs, and Spencer Yu can take a deep breath and try to get back to the dugout. This will be the top of the order. Porter for Father Ryan back in the box. Dax Bramer will hold the runner on first base. This pitch in the dirt, but Andrew Yu, looking out for his brother, stops this one from going behind and advancing the base runner. This pitch, find the zone, 1-1 count. Spencer Yu's been fairly aggressive to start this inning. Already has 2 outs and continues to throw strikes. This one in the dirt, Andrew Yu keeps it from bouncing. Seems like Yu has a pretty good feel for the middle of the zone. Just some pitches have been low. And this pitch, I thought that hit the bottom portion of the strike zone, but umpire says otherwise. We've got a 3-1 count and a hitter's count for Porter. Trying to lead some 2-out damage for the Irish. And this pitch finds the zone for strike 2 as Porter's momentum nearly tipped him over. He was so high on his toes, ready to take a swing at something, just didn't get the timing set up for that one. Full count, payoff pitch from Yu. The delivery, and that's a strikeout. And Spencer Yu's gonna run back to the dugout with some emphasis, and Andrew Yu excited to greet him. And we will be back for the bottom of the 4th, where your Tigers have a 2-1 lead. Welcome back to Ensworth Live. Up to bat, number 7, Drew Lancaster, the right fielder, swings hefty at this one and fouls this one back. Shortened up on the swing there and was ready to rip it. Ensworth put up another run last inning after putting up 1 in the first. And an opportunity for the Tigers to have another good inning and kind of create some security, as they've been in a lot of close games in their wins. 0-2 count. Lancaster protects the plate here. And Lawson Ryan on the mound for Father Ryan. Continuing to work on the mound after Derek pitched. And Lancaster had 2 hard hit balls in the infield, but both were caught. Unfortunately, he will be robbed of 2 singles.
Up to bat, number 3, Reed Bushman.
So Reed Bushman, the senior shortstop, second baseman, middle infield guy, is up to bat with 1 out. And Mason Jablonski will come back out from the trainer's room with partial uniform on, so his day is done. Reed Bushman swings and misses at that one, 0-1 count. And Ryan seemingly putting these pitches past the Ensworth hitters. And Bushman again swings and misses. He's got to recalibrate the eye there and see if he can put the ball into play and just kind of protect that strike zone. Don't want to go down on swings here. And Maxwell eagerly looking on from third base. The pitch from Ryan is fouled up and could land on our heads, but it's going to go over. It's only happened 1 time in this entire season that a baseball has landed on the press box, which I consider to be a fairly low number considering the amount of times we see one head our direction. 0-2 count, 1 out. Reed Bushman fighting at the plate. Ensworth with a 2-1 lead here. And this pitch is hit onto the ground and will be a tough play, and Reed's going to have an infield single here, which will bring up the big bat of Devin Obie.
Up to bat, number 2, Devin Obie.
So Devin Obie with 1 runner on base with 1 out, trying to crawl his way out of this slump he's been in. And Ensworth making a ton of noise from the dugout as the energy is immaculate from these guys on senior day. And another awkward time call. We've had a couple of those today where the pitch was still thrown. It's gonna be a balk. Actually, I'm gonna get Ryan for a balk, and that's bad news for Father Ryan as a runner is in scoring position. Reed Bushman with some wheels on second base, and Father Ryan wants to talk it over with the umpires. He knows that that's a dangerous spot with Devin Obie at the plate. And after the long chat, notorious to baseball that never ever leads to anything, Devin Obie will get ready to take his swing. Fresh count for the senior Duke commit. And this pitch is high and inside. Devin Obie will take ball 1. Ryan delivers this pitch outside, and Father Ryan has good reason to want that pitch because that's kind of on that extended line of that outside zone that umpire has kind of been giving today. Pitcher's trying to kind of figure out the zone today, and this pitch comes in and hits Devin. Are they going to say it fouled? Yeah, they're going to say that hit Devin Obie. I knew it hit. I thought it hit him, but also could have hit the bat Devin Obie will go to first, and Reed Bushman will be at second.
Up to bat, number 8, Andrew Yu.
So Andrew Yu will take up this at bat. Runners on first and second, Obie and Bushman. And now Father Ryan will call time, and Andrew Yu just wants to take some swings. That's all he's asking for, and we'll have a mound visit. Just a conversation as infield stays in its spot. We do have bullpen action in right for Father Ryan. I believe it's number 12 maybe, Nick Timberio, who played on Tuesday. Warming up, but Ryan will stay in the game. He didn't allow any runs. It was an unearned run into right field that Ensworth scored their second run of the game on. And Ensworth with another opportunity here. 2 runners on, 1 out. And Andrew Yu takes another time, and I think he's just letting the senior day atmosphere soak in. He's gonna come up and get ready for the at-bat that we've all been waiting for. And Ryan will throw the first pitch. Can you believe it? It's strike 1. Ryan's goal here is to get anything on the ground hard to the middle infield. This pitch outside, and Yu takes a good 1-1 count, and we'll see if he can take advantage of it. Oh, and this pitch was a curveball that I think I heard Coach Maxwell say no from third base while that pitch was in the air. That's a first. 2-1 count. Coach Maxwell just awarded the job of manager for the Team USA 18-year-old Olympic squad. Congratulations to Coach Maxwell, who undoubtedly deserved that position. 2-2 count for Andrew Yu. Has a runner on second base. Can come up huge here. He hit the ball super hard a couple of times against Father Ryan on Tuesday. None of them resulted in hits. See if he can get back to that. That pitch is going to be high, and Derek tried to frame it, but it will be a full count. We got a battle. Ensworth dugout making the noise. Full count. This pitch inside for ball 3, and this will be loaded bases for Kenny McKinley, the superstar against NBA a couple weeks ago.
Up to bat, number 5, Kenny McKinley.
And so, what a situation we have here. Father Ryan trying to avoid what could be a disastrous inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Kenny McKinley at the plate with some serious power he holds as the outfield is all the way back. McKinley will foul this one back. Another ball onto the baseball field, onto the football field. Oh, 1 count. Pitch low and outside for ball 1. Ryan throws this pitch, and McKinley turns on this one. But just like Obi earlier in the game, was fairly early on the swing. So McKinley has to be a hitter here. Two strike count. Got to see the ball well out of Ryan's hand. And this pitch outside, pulled again. Lawson Ryan just making sure that if he throws one over the zone, it's the pitch he wants and where he wants it. Cheering from the dugout. McKinley swings and pops this one in to the catcher's mitt of Derek, who just made a huge play because now the sacrifice fly is off, bringing up Dax Bramer.
Up to bat, number 10, Dax Bramer.
And so, the right hitter to have at the plate with bases loaded, Dax Bramer will step in. Huge spot as Ensworth's run count has been low all season. This could be their opportunity to put some runs on the board. 2-1. 1-1 count. We got Parker Wainwright on first, the pinch runner. Devin Obi on second and Reed Bushman on third. Bramer gets a hold of this ball, sends it to center field, and it will be a routine fly ball, as that was just good fielding position from Father Ryan, and the Tigers will strand 3 runners on base to end the 4th inning. We'll be back for the top of the 5th.
Before you change that, you add your zeros to the 4th.
Welcome back to Ensworth Live. Spencer Yu on the mound throwing to Andrew Yu, just like Hank Aaron and his brother Tommy Aaron did back in the day. Two-1 ball game. Ensworth leads. This pitch is swung on and in an awkward spot, but Connor Cobb will call everybody off and field this one, as he has just fielded the ball so well all season long. You just feel like it's just the potential you can't wait to see. As you continue to have changes for the lineup here, as Alex Sifford comes into third base for Carson Cobb. And Spencer Yu on the mound after Jablonski had to exit the game post hit by pitch. 0-1 count as Spencer Yu has been aggressive, which I love first pitch strikes. I think that's a huge factor in the successful outings that you see. And Ensworth was just falling victim early on in the season to great pitching performances from other teams. You had a couple of times that the opposing team had some shutout efforts, and they had a big win against NBA. They are down 2 games in this series, but they have an opportunity here on Senior Day at home on the field that they've known for 4 years with a team that has a mix of the older guys and a lot of young guys that have produced for Coach Maxwell. Father Ryan's also a young team, so will be interesting to see how this matchup here kind of unfolds over the next couple of years. Spencer Yu showing his stuff on the mound. 2-2, 1 out. And a beautiful off-speed pitch that just, I believe was a changeup and never saw it. Derek swings through and misses. A strikeout for Spencer Yu, who will step back on the mound with a lot of confidence boost after that one.
Keep working, Spence.
And Spencer Yu barely misses the zone there. I thought that was a pretty good spot. Wow, another pitch that I thought was in prime position for a strike call. 2-0. 2 out. And another swing and miss, so Spencer Yu has got it working as Father Ryan can't seem to get their sights locked on to his pitches on the mound. 2-1. And this pitch is swung on and popped up to second, where Reed Bushman will call everybody off and field it cleanly. So bottom 5, when we come back, Ensworth leads 2-1, and Spencer Yu's day on the mound will be done. While Spencer Yu will most likely not return to the mound next inning, his ability to hit the ball has not changed, as Spencer Yu, in limited at-bats this season, has done extremely well, and he finds himself on first base. And Reed Whitman will pinch run.
Up to bat, number 20, Carson Cobb.
So Spencer Yu finds himself standing on first base after the base knock. So Carson Cobb was the one that drove the ball to deep right field, and that error scored the Tigers' second run of the game. He's trying to keep the hit streak alive as Spencer Yu drove one into left field for a single. Hard hit ball, and Carson Cobb trying to work on the mound. And Carson lays this one down, and it will be foul as Ryan remains in the game for the Irish. And Carson Cobb would have been out most likely if that ball was fair. Surprised that Ryan didn't try to hustle over to that one and pick up the ball and maybe tag instead of letting it go foul. So Carson will get the opportunity to swing here. 0-1 count. And Cobb will try to lay down the bunt. And they're going to say 1-1 count. Father Ryan wanted to check down to second, and they do so, and they say Carson was able to hold back from the bunt attempt there. So 1-1 count. Infield moves up for Father Ryan and lays off again, but this time they're going to call that a strike. Thought that one was high and outside, but now Carson will have to swing the bat with a 2-strike count. And Carson Cobb had a pitch right down the middle, and he's going to foul this one back over the box, and I'm sure he's going to want that one back as he makes contact with that one. That's going to have some serious velocity coming off the bat. And again, a good pitch to hit, but Carson Cobb just gets the bottom portion of his bat on that one for a foul tip to stay alive. This pitch pulled outside by Ryan. 2-2 count, even up. Wants a different ball. And Carson doesn't like that call at all and thought that one was outside, but he falls victim to a strikeout there.
Up to bat, number 17, Connor Cobb.
So Connor Cobb will step in and take ball one outside. Spencer Yu gets his lead on first. Or Reed Whitman, this pinch runner. And Reed Whitman gets caught trying to steal, but he's going to be safe as that happened to Ensworth earlier in the season, and this time they got to pull it off where Ryan, by the time he had stepped off of the mound to have his knee in the air to deliver the ball to first base, Whitman was already taken off, and by the time that the first baseman was able to get the ball and try to throw over to second, it was too hectic. So now a runner in scoring position with one out and a new situation for Connor Cobb at the plate. 1-0 count. And Connor Cobb rips this one into center. This should advance the runner. Whitman's going to go for it. Pretty good throw here, but Whitman will slide safely into third. And now with 2 out, you'll get your hacks from Drew Lancaster, who has put the ball in a good position. Let's see if he can get a hit here.
Up to bat, number 7, Drew Lancaster.
So another opportunity for the right fielder, Drew Lancaster. Ryan set to deliver from the stretch. And Lancaster puts this one onto the ground and fielded by the shortstop. And Lancaster, 3 balls into play and 3 outs, unfortunately for him. Had a really good opportunity, and Ensworth will strand the runner on third, and we'll be back for the top of the 6th inning. Welcome back to Ensworth Live as Spencer Yu throws this one on the ground. It'll be a bunt, and I don't know what happened. Maybe must have touched Hinson's hand before the bunt was laid down, and Hinson with another opportunity. 0-1 count. Yu continuing to work this pitch in the dirt, but Andrew Yu keeps this one from going behind. And a gorgeous pitch there from Spencer Yu to get ahead, 1-2. Shorten up his swing. Hinson has to do all he can. Father Ryan running out of time. They're down 2-1. Spencer Yu throws this one awkwardly behind Hinson, and that breaking ball just came out of the hands way too early. 2-2 count. Top of the 6th inning. There is no action in the Ensworth bullpen right now as this pitch, ooh, full count. A lot to like about that pitch. And Hinson will take time, come back in. Spencer Yu quickly ready to deliver the pitch, and that time he'll strike him out looking as Spencer Yu says, I'll raise this one up about another inch for you, ump, and this time you better give me the call. Does so, gets the strikeout, and now has 1 out facing the designated hitter rolling. And Yu just putting on a clinic on how to throw the ball over the plate. And this ball is grounded to first base, and Dax Bramer will field this one for out number 2 in the inning. And quickly retired is rolling and bringing up number 25, Jack Brown. Spencer Yu, this one high for ball 1. Andrew Yu said, that's okay, you're throwing a bunch of strikes in a row, you can take a little break there. And this pitch fouled back and will end up behind the stands for a 1-1 count. Pretty good rhythm for the freshman up there on the mound. And another high pitch for ball 2, hitter's count. And this one hit into center field, and Devin Obie will end the inning. So Spencer Yu quickly takes care of the Father Ryan batters in the top of the 6th, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. When we return, Ensworth trying to extend their 2-1 lead. Welcome back to Ensworth Live. I'm Max Keller. We bring you back to this Ensworth baseball game in the bottom of the 6th. Ensworth leads 2-1, and Reed Bushman, the senior second baseman, shortstop, hybrid, as you could say, takes ball 1. Ryan will stay on the mound for the Irish. And this pitch pulled again, but that one apparently finds the strike zone for the first strike of this at-bat. And again, pulled outside, and this time will stay a ball. 2-1 count. And Carson Cobb getting his arm warmed up in the bullpen in left field. He closed out the Big Red at NBA on the Wednesday game of that series as Reed Bushman pops this one into shallow left field. This is foul if it lands. And awkward play by the shortstop, but it will be an out, and this will bring up Devin Obie.
Up to bat, number 2, Devin Obie.
So Ryan has taken up some innings for Father Ryan, only allowed the 1 run on the error from right field that scored the second run of the game for the Tigers. Carson Cobb got the second on that one. But ever since the 3rd inning, we haven't had much action here. It's been a pitching duel. The Tigers stranded runners. This ball is crushed into left field, and that's easily gone. Devin Obie, you're never going to see that one again. And, yeah, Devin Obie. Yeah, I feel bad for that baseball. That baseball's not having a good day. That one was smashed over the left field fence, and we'll bring up Andrew Yu.
Up to bat, number 8, Andrew Yu.
So we have a 3-1 ball game following the long shot from Devin Obie, his 3rd of the year. And you know that he is ecstatic in the dugout right now. Two-0 count for Andrew Yu. This pitch is smacked into the gap in left field. And a really good play from the center fielder. I thought that ball had a good chance of getting down, but the second out of the inning will be at the hands of Andrew Yu and bring up Kenny McKinley.
Up to bat, number 5, Kenny McKinley.
So Kenny McKinley, with nobody on the bases and 2 out in the bottom of the 6th inning, will take strike 1 on the outside portion of the plate. And McKinley swings and misses at that pitch. And Ryan, besides the error in right field and the home run from Obi, just a kind of a bloop and a blast situation there where you let up 2 runs and doesn't reflect how well Ryan has been on the mound for the Irish. As McKinley sends this one deep into left field and will go over the heads of the bullpen, and probably would have been good distance for a home run if it had been fair, but 0-2 count, and McKinley will have to protect at the plate. And pitch is high for ball 1. Good eye from McKinley to stay alive in the count. Nearly hits McKinley, but again, the way that they crowd the plate really could have been anywhere, but just misses on the inside portion of the batter's box, and will be 2-2 with 2 out for McKinley. Kenny McKinley sends this shot back up to center for a single, and that will get Dax Bramer to the plate.
Up to bat, number 10, Dax Bramer.
And Dax Bramer will step outside the boxes. We're going to have a mound visit with a runner on first and 2 outs. Father Ryan going to bring everybody in here, and we could see Ryan be done for the day, as we will. Ryan will step off the mound, and number 33, Sam McNeil, will come into the game to pitch for the Irish, so we will let him warm up, and we will return shortly. So Dax Bramer steps into the box with 2 outs after the pitching change. We do have Sam McNeil on the mound for the Irish with a runner on first, trying to keep the Ensworth lead at 2 to give his bats a chance in the top of the 7th. This pitch finds the zone for strike 1. McNeil with a more of a sidearm slot release. Bramer will have to adjust on the fly. And this pitch low for ball 1. Dax Bramer hit his first home run of the season last week. Or actually, that was this week. It's been a long week. He hit it on Tuesday. And this outside corner has been a popular strike zone spot for this umpire. And not sure the fans agree. And Dax Bramer will call time. Such a huge call as it puts Bramer behind in the count 1-2. And if that ball is called a ball, then it is a hitter's count. So this pitch yanked outside, and a sneaky effort from Derek to try to get McKinley at first, but no play will be made, and it'll be a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Dax Bramer trying to keep the inning alive for the Tigers. This ball is hit onto the ground hard and will bounce into the outfield, and McKinley will run, and McKinley has an opportunity, but Dax Bramer on second and third bringing up Spencer Yu, the freshman. And this ball is not fielded correctly, and an error, lazy play from Father Ryan will give the Tigers a 4-1 lead and a runner on scoring position for Spencer Yu.
Up to bat, number 18, Spencer Yu.
Spencer Yu with a runner in scoring position. He got a hit in his last at-bat. McNeil trying to work his way out of this inning. Pitch comes in. This pitch is high for strike 1. This pitch yanked outside for ball 1, we hope. Yeah, it is a ball. Never know. This pitch, that was near that spot that the umpire's been calling all game, but this time it's a ball. 2-1, 2 out. Hitters count for Spencer Yu with Dax Bramer standing across from him on second base. And Spencer Yu watches this pitch go outside. Good take. 3-1 count. Huge pitch here from McNeil. Huge opportunity for Spencer Yu to pick up an RBI. And Spencer Yu drives this one foul and nearly hit somebody over there, but everybody's okay. 3-2, full count. 2 out, and Spencer Yu is in a battle here with McNeil. 4-1 ball game, Tigers lead. And McNeil will step off the mound to hold the runner on second. The pitch from McNeil is swung on by Yu and fouled off. Stays alive. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive is Spencer Yu. Spencer Yu drives this one to center field, just to the center fielder. And that will end the 6th inning, where the Tigers have a 4-1 lead on 2 runs. And looks like Carson Cobb might come onto the mound to close this one out for the Tigers. We'll be back for the top of the 7th. So we are back for the top of the 7th inning, where Spencer Yu will have the opportunity to pitch his 4th inning and close this one out. He's got a 4-1 lead to do so. 44 for Father Ryan is up to bat. Jackson Ryan, a pinch hitter situation here to start the top of the 7th inning. Can Ensworth win their last game on the home field for the season? This pitch, strike one. Spencer Yu's first pitch strike percentage has to be post 800, as he has just been nailing the zone right off the bat. 0-1 count. Another pitch that is driven foul for an 0-2 count, and a pretty good play from Dylan Hudson over there in left field to catch that one on a bounce. We see you, Dylan. So a huge opportunity to go to that breaking ball that I saw Spencer throwing the warm-up pitches there. Seemed like he liked it coming out of the hand. Let's see if he goes there here. He does go to that off-speed pitch, but it was high and inside for ball 1. And this pitch grounded foul. Carson Cobb barehanded that one, but it was left of the third base line. And Spencer Yu throws a nasty curveball for a strike that went from an inch away from hitting the batter in the shoulder and just dropped into the strike zone. 1 out, down, and Yu confidently will step back up on the mound. And Andrews just got the best ticket in the house for his brother's performance here today. And this time, another pinch hitter for Father Ryan, Caleb Coffey, into bat. 0-1, and Spencer Yu just attacking the zone. Drew Lancaster gets under this one for 2 outs. Drew Lancaster with 2 really good plays in right field today, and he airmails that throw back into the infield, but luckily nobody on base for that to cause any problems. We're back to the top of the order for Father Ryan, and they're working with their last out. And they're down 4-1. Ensworth can put it away here. Spencer Yu has just been rapid fire throwing strikes, looking like the pitching machines that they have in the dugouts. 2 out, 4-1. Spencer Yu's first pitch. Too high on the breaking ball for ball 1. And Spencer Yu throws a really good pitch there, just low for ball 2. Spencer delivers. Ooh, another pitch, very, very close, but 3 straight balls to start the at-bat to Porter, who Father Ryan needs to get Porter on base here. This pitch low in the dirt, and Porter will walk. So a 4-pitch walk for Spencer Yu after tying the first 2 outs very quickly. And now Gogan will come to bat for Father Ryan with a runner on first.
Hey, Spence, you never know. Ready just in case, Andrew.
Spencer will check on the runner at first, but Dax Bramer will not be covering the bag to do so. And this pitch high. Spencer's just got to find the zone again. 0-1 count. Yu delivers, and this pitch is hit into center field. Devin Obi will get underneath it. Runners on first and second, and the tying run will step up to the plate for Father Ryan. It's going to be Derek, who had himself a game on the first home game here on Tuesday, and he has 2 runners on base for Spencer Yu. So now Father Ryan's bench making some noise. Spencer Yu throws a first pitch strike that will be fouled down the line. And 0-1 count, jumps ahead Spencer Yu. Good to see the first pitch strike there. We're gonna get a warning on the Father Ryan bench side from the home plate umpire. And Spencer Yu throws a pitch high and inside for ball 1. One count, and a swing and a miss on a off-speed pitch from Spencer Yu. Derek didn't see that one coming. 1-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch from Spencer Yu, trying to close this one out. This pitch high and inside for ball 2. 2s across the board. 2-2 count, 2 out. 4-1, Ensworth leads. Tying run at home plate for Father Ryan. And a fouled swing there from Derek. Spencer Yu will come out of the stretch. 2-2 pitch. High breaking ball that got away from Yu, and now it's a full count for Derek. And everybody got to take a deep breath here. It's a huge situation. Big pitch for Spencer Yu. The full count pitch is swung on, sent to left field, and will end the game. Kenny McKinley gets under it, and the Tigers win 4-1 on Senior Day. And that will do it as McKinley gets under it, and Spencer Yu gets a shower of love on the third base line. So your final is 4-1, and Nate Stein is not here today, but he would thank you guys for listening all season long. I appreciate you for tuning in every single time to Ensworth Live, and this is the last time that Max Keller will be signing off Ensworth Live. Have a great afternoon, everybody.